The following video was uploaded to the paranormal Reddit section by user Phantom881999. He states that his dad had shared a video with him that he and the rest of the family found quite creepy. It was captured outside of his dad's workplace. The little workshop his dad is working at is located at a tiny walkway which leads through a forest area. They have heard a lot of weird noises during the years, but always thought of these as just being caused by wildlife. Today they saw something they couldn't quite explain. Of course, they thought at first that they were seeing two regular people walking on the pathway, since it's proven that sometimes CCTV cameras can cause really strange artifacts in low-light conditions. However, the man swears that his colleague checked at the time and that no living soul was out in front of their shop. So, what could this have been? I couldn't answer that, to be honest. The following video was captured by a mother who was out with her little one to take a nice walk in the local forest. What happened then can only be described as an extremely terrifying encounter.
You say hi? No? You don't want to say hi? What was that? Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? What the hell? Hey you, come on, let's get out of here. So I'm still walking this trail and I keep hearing that same scream. Here it is again. This is so freaking crazy. I can't even imagine what it could be. Like, it's definitely not a bird or some kind of animal. What the hell? And I don't know if you guys can tell, but that definitely sounds louder. So I am pretty sure that whatever the this is getting a lot closer. Ugh. Okay, so I'm way farther down the trail and that screaming is definitely getting way louder and way closer.
The mother states that she believes that these sounds were stemming from a Wendigo or a skinwalker, and that she isn't planning on returning to these woods anytime soon. Could she be right, or was this all just an act? Now we want to revisit the haunted case of Kimberly, which we analyzed many moons ago. She's working as a nurse in a haunted hospital, and the night shift is pretty crazy there.
So I have been working here in a hospital in Maine for about 6 to 7 months. I didn't believe in the ghost stories that have been going around because I'm just not superstitious like that, and basically I just ignored it, and then some weird stuff started happening, hearing noises and seeing things, and the craziest things I've seen and heard, and the rumors are true, and the fact that we have a morgue here and all kinds of other stuff, it's...
The young woman started a series on her profile in which she and her colleagues were investigating the many really odd and mysterious happenings at her workplace, an old hospital in Maine.
What the... Who is standing down that hallway? Oh!
Kimberly can notice a person reflecting in the glass of this light. It was apparently weird because no patients were supposed to be out on the corridors at night.
going to the corner where I recorded the video. So basically the ghost would be like standing right up in this area, and I was recording over here. What the?
And this time as well, just as she's walking us through the events from the previous night, she recognizes another strange reflection in the glass of the camera. Coincidence? It certainly was a person. Then the day after, she captures another creepy reflection in the same glass of the camera. What is that? From this point on, things got even creepier. This was filmed at another night shift, as Kimberly was just hanging out with another colleague of hers.
Ooh, it's scary. Okay, let's get it.
Whoa!
Dude, what the is that, bro? Dude!
Why are you...
Who the is that? Dude, are you playing a joke on me? What the is
How would I
that?
play a joke on you when I've been with you?
Dude, who the is that? Oh my god, we gotta go.
It seems that another strange shadow or shadow person appeared at the end of the hallway behind the last glass door, staring at the two. And Kimberly was sure that this must have been a prank. Seems very likely, right?
Like, what the is that, bruh? Like, who is here? Like,
Dude, what are you doing?
dude, like, what?
Why
Where-
are we actually doing this?
What? Where the? Who's doing this? Huh? Anybody? Dude.
Or so, and then I can give you a ride home. Not really. Yeah, like it's not. No.
This was the last recording that she had shared, in which she swears to have seen something creepy standing in the X-ray room. Not sure what exactly she had seen, but she seemed pretty startled. Unfortunately, Kimberly had deleted all of her profiles after uploading these videos. Too bad. This video is quite the mysterious one. The story goes that it was recorded by a man who was on a nightly work-related trip. He was traveling on a field road outside of town, and quite a few miles away from any other residential area for that matter. Based on his reports, he felt pretty weirded out after seeing something or somebody standing at the side of the road. But that wasn't everything. Moments after, something even stranger happened. Is that a person? Somebody with their back turned towards the dash cam? But now look into the night sky. The driver of the truck was baffled, and of course, in his mind, he became witness of an UFO encounter that night. Could this be so? Did maybe an unidentified life form linger around at the side of the road? That's a scary thought. And how lucky of the man to capture this event on his dashcam that night. I mean, what else could this thing be? Most certainly related to that UFO. The following case was shared by Ricardo on his very own Instagram. It shaped out to be a really terrifying clip. He was talking to his girlfriend on WhatsApp one night and was basically just sending her a video about him lying in bed.
Pues ya me acomodé y todo, ya me quiero dormir, ya tengo sueño, pero tienen la luz del pasillo prendida y mi mamá está escuchando un video, güey.
Something sinister was peeking around the doorway into Ricardo's bedroom that night.
Tienen la luz del pasillo prendida y mi mamá está escuchando un video.
He states that he did not even notice this thing looking at him the night before. Ricardo started uploading a video diary about this really terrifying event. The following was uploaded shortly after. Weird noises, yes, but a viewer noticed something else on this recording that was really hard to see. An eye, or something that looks like it. After falling asleep, he heard something straight in front of his bed and took a photo. Is this an apparition or a shadow figure watching him perhaps? He tells us that he had quite a hard time to move around in this storage space due to a ton of garbage lying around, yet he took several photos of the inside. For many people, it is without a doubt the same entity that was seen several times before in this house. Is that possible? The following videos were shared by Haley Moore, who ever since sharing these eerie recordings seems to have vanished from the internet completely, uncovered in another video. It becomes apparent that Haley seems to have been building extremely creepy dolls that at night have been recorded moving all on their own. Creepy for sure, but it all escalated when her own kid had to deal with the following encounter. First, one of the toys underneath the bed lit up without any interaction. And then the young girl is seemingly getting grabbed and dragged further underneath the bed. The room has been locked up after that for a few days, until the mother posted this.
So I've been getting a lot of questions. People have been asking me, have you been in the room? Have you guys looked under the bed? No, we haven't. We haven't been in the room in the last 2 days. We've been a little scared. It should not be this scary now. Oh my god.
As the mother lifts the blanket, we see the doll move, which terrified her so much that she left the apartment for a few days after this. They are still investigating what is going on in her home, and we will keep our eyes open should her profile reappear again, that is. Following recording was captured by traffic camera in Wessex, Britain, on which a pretty unusual creature was supposedly captured. It's not uncommon for the authorities to capture some wildlife every so often. Today's video, though, was a bit different. We can see a busy road, and then a weird creature appearing from the left side out of the darkness and scampering over all 4 lanes of the highway within a few seconds. What's weird about this incident is the creature's legs that are bending inwards, making many believe that we are dealing with a rather inexplicable creature here. Some say that it even looks a little bit humanoid, causing some to believe that we are dealing with another shapeshifter here. Could this be? It's really hard to say what's going on for sure, but it makes one wonder. The following video was recorded by CCTV and captured by security in an old nightclub, as the officer was checking the surveillance after closing hours. And when nobody was supposed to be in the building anymore, they noticed that something was quite amiss. Apparently a child might have made their way into the closed club.
Oh my god. I'm so scared. That's crazy. Oh my god. What is it? It actually looks like it's walking, doesn't it?
Now, for the staff, it's without a doubt that this was the statue of a small child, and that this probably must have been a visiting spirit. Of course, we also have to be open to other explanations, like the reflection of some cobwebs, for example. But yet, this is certainly a mysterious capture, whatever the exact reason for this. Video was shared by a man named Mariano, and it was shared to a TikTok account, and the story goes that this man, Mariano, was investigating an old country house on the roadside when he noticed something quite strange right in front of the house, close to the roadside. Let's see. something a little bit different. So this has been uploaded by a young man who supposedly moved into a haunted place without him knowing. He heard a lot of weird stuff in the midst of nights, furniture moving, weird voices, and this particular night he actually could capture some of that activity on camera. Let's give it a look. There's not much backstory as to what is going on in these relatively dark clips, but what we do know is that the man documenting is entering an abandoned apartment unit, and it appears that he desperately needs to retrieve some important files that have been left there. If it was his own apartment unit, however, is unknown. Let's take a look. Something must have startled him. But take a look at this. This is one of the last frames of his first video. It looks to me as if something is kneeling behind the orange steps. Can you see it too? How creepy. Schmellen has posted the following clip. The young woman had acquired an antique mirror that she upcycled and then placed in the living room of her apartment. She states that weird events started to unfold after getting this mirror into her place. Strange, but what's more creepy is that she can see things in there that supposedly are not there in the real world. Let's take a look.
So this is an old mirror that I upcycled, and I swear that sometimes you can see stuff in the background of the mirror that isn't actually there in real life. So I'm just gonna do a couple back and forths, but I'm curious to see if anyone sees anything that maybe I didn't catch. So here we go. Here's the mirror. Okay, so that's background.
You can make out something behind the sofa, however, just in the reflection of the mirror. Is this another person? Some say it was probably a ghost, and that this mirror is haunted. Whilst others are sure that it's just a skid. Who knows, maybe the mirror is haunted after all. The next videos were shared by Hong An. and it is believed that the young girl is working in a local hospital. She states that this place is extremely haunted, and that many reports talk about eerie events unfolding, and even ghost sightings that occur ever so often. This particular night, the security guard noticed that in several areas of the hospital there seemed to be some really scary stuff going on. Powerful poltergeist activity seemed to be throwing several items around, and even the elevator was going crazy. But what took the cake that night was a wheelchair being moved by what many staff think to be an actual spirit. Are we seeing a real haunting here that is unfolding in the old hospital? Hard to say, but pretty creepy. Hello guys, our first video was sent by Torben and it features a German explorer with the channel name Lost Place David. This night he ventures to an abandoned building into a local area with his friends to scout out the perimeter for anything interesting. Maybe he could even come across something thrilling. After arriving at the scene, they quickly inspect the area and make an entrance through one of the broken windows. David has lots of experience with abandoned and broken down places, and this night he hoped to maybe find some exciting relics from the past. Besides trash, old equipment and even furniture, it doesn't seem to be a lot to write home about though. But we need to look a bit closer in this case. When David enters the building and is handed the camera, there seems to be something standing in the doorway. Could David capture a figure? Maybe it's just a camera artifact. What's your thought? Perhaps some more things got captured that went unnoticed that night. Guess we have to find out in the future. And now we want to take a look at a video from user STFVNEX, and the young girl states that she's actually situated in Boston and that one night she saw a really weird object popping up in the sky and she suspects that this could have been a UFO. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is quite ominous. What could this be? I don't think this is drones. No, is this a plane? Strange. Could this be lights from somewhere? I don't have any other explanation. I mean, you know, sometimes there's festivals that have something like that, but it does look like a weird unknown flight object. I have to say it. Huh. This is really weird. Oh, and it gets smaller too? Oh, now it just stays there, does not move anymore. Oh, and it's gone. This is quite strange, guys. I mean, it looks like some sort of plane, but we all know that planes cannot move like that, back and forth. So, I'm at a loss here. If it is not lights from, as I was saying, a festival, which I don't think it is, maybe it is though, then we might have been witness to a flight object that I cannot identify. Now it's time to take a look at user Geeky Stuff, who on his YouTube channel is reviewing, as the name might suggest, all things tech related. So the video of today was a bit out of the ordinary for him. One night he noticed a really strange object circling around in the bedroom of his little kid. He's not a believer in the paranormal, yet the following events made him a bit uneasy, and he is not sure what exactly got captured by the baby camera placed on a little dresser. Let's take a look.
Hi guys, I don't believe in ghosts at all. I think it's absolute rubbish, and all these orbs and energies and all that crap. But I was filming on the dome camera a couple of days ago, and I noticed something at the bottom of my son's bed, which I'll also include a little screenshot of it if I can, with a picture, but you can just see it just there, under there, like that. Now, I thought when I got the notification that my son had got out of bed and he was facing the camera at the bottom of the bed, I thought that was his little face. But then when you press play on the video, it flies off. See that? Let's go back. Play it again. Flies off. Keep dragging it back. You can just see it. So I have no idea what that is. There's no wind in there or anything like that. No breeze. It's the windows are all shut. It looks a bit freaky, doesn't it? Let's look at it. I just thought I'd show you that, guys. See if there's any people out there who actually believes in ghosts or orbs or any sort of type of energy, what you think it might be or might have been.
So, what exactly was in the room with his little kid? People believe that it could have been an insect, while some others say it has to be an orb that may even took a humanoid shape, and that it appears to be an odd-looking head. What do you guys think? After all, it had activated the emotion alert on Geek's phone, so something was in the room there. How mysterious. The next video was sent by Tony, and he found it in the creepy section of Reddit, posted by user Hazelgree. He states that this is a dashcam recording that was caught in Alabama. The story goes that the two men shown in the clip were traveling through the state and conducting some business. Nobody was seen on the streets for almost an hour, but then, out of nowhere, the shape of a woman appears. It was said that the police arrived shortly after, and that there was nobody around besides the two men. No trace of a woman that was walking the streets. So is it just a hoax, perhaps? Or was it a ghostly apparition? It says that after some research, it was found out that a girl lost her life in that area, who was wearing a prom dress, no shoes, and a black backpack. But perhaps it was just a lost lady who was walking the highway at night. She certainly is throwing a shadow and looks pretty human to me. And that in itself would be pretty scary as well, in my opinion, and dangerous. But who knows? This infamous video is known to many as the ghost car. A mysterious driver who was trying to escape police that night vanished into thin air.
This mysterious driver tricks cops into thinking he's about to pull over, then all hell breaks loose. The officers watching this tape get only a quick glimpse of the man behind the wheel. It's the last look they'll get. For a moment, it appears as if the driver and his car have disappeared into thin air. But in the blink of an eye, the driver comes into view again. This time, he tries to outrun the police rather than just vanish. His moves are still baffling to the police as he swerves all over the road, driving like a man possessed. And just when he's really thrown the cops for a loop, he gets back on a straightaway, showing off a seemingly supernatural speed. In just a moment, he's going to make a turn into the Twilight Zone. Watch. The fence at the end means no way out, or does it?
To this day, it's still unexplained how this car could make it through this wire fence and escape the police cruisers. Some people claim that the car drove through an opening in the fence that wasn't captured on camera, and that this whole thing is not more than just a hoax. However, this theory has never been proven, and while this could definitely be the case, it remains a ghostly mystery and one of the most infamous dashcam videos known to man.